Howdy y'all, this is Ethan Bonreal back with another coming out on top BroFinder date video, and this time around we're actually going to meet up with Frank, who has probably one of the most engaging routes in the bonus dates, really. So you're going to see what I mean by that in just a bit, but in the meantime, let's go ahead and check out his profile so we can see what he is about. Frankie. That's a good bit of words there. So, looks like Frankie is a world traveler in search of exciting new locales to explore. Charming, sophisticated, wealthy, ooh, that's a plus, and witty. I'll dazzle the pants off of your body and explore your locales too. DTF only. Oh my, well, that's interesting. Personally, I don't know if I'm into that. I don't really like to travel that much. Really, I'm looking for a more stable life as a house husband, but to each their own. So we're gonna go ahead and message Frank. We message Frank, asking if he'd like to meet for drinks. He writes you back, going one better by inviting you to a concert. Stravinsky's Rite of Spring, performed by the Orlin Orchestra. Fancy, you think, and expensive. You explain your financial situation in the most eloquent way possible, and are heartened when you hear he offers to pay for the evening. Oh my god, this is the best day of our lives. So we are definitely going on that date, because the best date is a free date. Frank arrives on time at 5 o'clock. The first thing that strikes you about Frank is his height. He looks to be about 5'6". He's muscular, cute as hell, and a snappy dresser. Pleased to meet you, Super Swag. So, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't want y'all to be deceived, you can't see it that well now, because the text's in front of it, by this dude's broad shoulders and man cleavage, because his boy will run you ragged if you're trying to get into his pants. What you need to do is, for one, not joke with his ass, because apparently that ascot sucks all the humor out of his body. And then two, you don't want to flatter this nerd, because every time you do that, that powers up his ascot. We don't want that thing crawling off of him and trying to possess us. So what you need to do is lay low. I'm putting my hand to the ground, you can't see it, and be just very demure, and then just talk about yourself and be real with him, okay? That's what you need to do. If you don't do that and you don't stick with it, if you try to be a cheeky smartass, you're not going to get to see his asshole. And that's what you want. That's why you're here. So to give y'all an example, I'm going to show you what happens when you actually tease him about his ascot. So I'm going to say, you've got something on your neck. Heh. It's called an ascot, and you can see he instantly gets pretty salty at you about that. An ass what? Forget it, I'm leaving. ... So, to prove that you made a critical mistake, Penny and Ian both show up to reprimand you for your terrible manners. Super Swag, were you raised by wolves or something? Never make fun of a man's ascot, dude. Well, our date is ended, but luckily we can go back in time and correct that terrible error, and give you the correct answer, so you're supposed to say, nice meeting you too. There we go. The two of you head downstairs and climb into a rusty late 90s economy automobile. You sit in the passenger seat and notice your seatbelt is held together with a generous swath of duct tape. The car starts with a clank and a shudder. Forgive the vehicle, this is my runabout car. Hey, it's fine, I mean, it's just a car, dude. I suppose so, it's just very tacky to flaunt one's possessions. And one can't have the valet joyriding in the Jag, after all. I guess so. Super Swag looks really done. Are you ready for what will hopefully be a splendid evening? I am, actually. This is pretty cool. I've never really been to a symphony before. The symphony is how I relax. Something to tide me over before my next grand adventure. Geez, this guy seems a bit flashy. Oh, so you're the skydiving and snorkeling type, right? Sounds fun. Skydiving? Snorkeling? Frankie chortles with laughter and slaps a thigh. No, my dear boy, I trek. I trape across the globe. But not as a tourist, bumbling about the same overly photographed sites. Oh no. I seek rare vistas, those places that few humans have seen, much less heard about. And what about you, Super Swag? Have you done much traveling yourself? So, alright, so we gotta stick to the plan here. Don't feed into his self-promotion. Remember, Frankie is a showboater, and Super Swag, our character, is a troll. So this is gonna end in an endless loop of him trying to make himself sound better while we're here thinking of ascot puns. It's just a bad scene overall. But luckily, all that we gotta do is just be ourselves. So we're gonna say, wow, that's impressive. I'm just a little too busy with school to do much traveling, although I'd like to. And honestly, I don't think I have that kind of money. Frankie looks thoughtful and nods. Look, I know mine isn't an everyday kind of life, but I wouldn't want it to be either. I mean, as long as you enjoy it, I guess. We must find something to fend off the boredom, right? I find travel allows a person not just the opportunity to enjoy life, but to test himself against the dangers of the world at the same time. Yup, sounds like fun. What do you do when you're not adventuring? Oh, I work in finance. The 60-hour work weeks, the unrestrained dog-eat-dog viciousness of the market, the orgasmic highs and the brutal lows. Just happen to suit my thrill-seeking nature and relentless drive. The monetary rewards are mere icing on the cake. He pauses, hastily shoving some loose foam back into the rip in his seat. Gotta ask the maid for some more of that duct tape. So, don't ask this. This is an instant game over. Actually, it's not an instant game over, but he gets pissed at you, so just avoid this one. As far as the other option goes, just roll with it. Roll with what he's telling you. Oh, finance, awesome. What do you do exactly? I do financial things. You know, I'm an investor guy person, dude. Investor guy? Is that your official position? What does that mean? You know, I buy things and sell other things and then invest in stuff. Mostly deviations. Deviations? Don't you mean derivatives? Yeah, those two. So, what are you studying at Orland, Super Swag? Alright. So in addition, if you don't remember, in addition to us being awkward internet homosexuals, we are also college students majoring in English. So if you haven't played through the full story, you probably would not remember that, but we are an English major. Oh, I find that very noble, to embrace a life of poverty in pursuit of that which makes us human. Money isn't everything. Also, you're so fucking rude. I actually really do not like Frankie, but he has a good body. And so I am willing to tolerate that for a free date. Well, hopefully I'll be able to squeak by. You don't seem very worldly, Super Swag. Oh my god, he is such an asshole. You don't seem very worldly, Super Swag. That's refreshing in a way, but don't you want to experience more in life? Live a truly impressive life? Well, not really. I really just want to finish school right now. You know, maybe meet some cool people along the way and try to enjoy myself through the process. That's actually pretty impressive in itself. You've got a good perspective. Thanks. As Frank drives through downtown, you can't help but check out his ripped body. His blazer barely fits over his well-developed upper arms, shoulders, and chest. His white linen slacks strain from the ample circumference of his bulging thighs. He got that circumference going on. Good grief, where does someone working long hours find the time to hit the gym? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Frank slams on the brakes as the vehicle in front of you unexpectedly stops. Great. This is just great. Weird. There are never traffic jams in Orland. I wonder what's going on. Frank rolls down his window and pokes his head out of the car. The traffic's backed up in all directions. It seems like we're trapped unless we reroute. Let me see if I can find out what's going on. You grab your phone and jump on the local news website and see it. A train derailment has traffic at a standstill throughout Orland. Well, it looks like we're not going anywhere now. We're stuck on this side of the city. This is unacceptable. I was so looking forward to this. Classical music is my one respite in life. especially Hey, he spelled it differently this time. Especially Stradivarius. He's exquisite. You mean Stravinsky, right? Yeah, whatever, that's what I meant. So look, I guess we're gonna have to find somewhere else to go. Any ideas? So, if you're a fool, like I was when I initially did this, you would think you need to go to the caviar place, but in reality, you don't. You don't need to go to the caviar place. Don't feed off of him, don't feed off his energy. Just go with what you would do in a normal situation, so be an awkward nerd and suggest the beach instead of caviar. That's a great idea, Super Swag. I mean, we are a smidge overdressed, but that's not exactly Saint Holy shit, how do I pronounce that? Tropez? I think it's Tropez, but anyway. But I think it'll do in a pinch. It's a beautiful day, too. Maybe we can watch the sunset. You stroll along the beach. It truly is a gorgeous afternoon. Frank points out the sex-themed gelato shop on the boardwalk. Famished and worn from the sun, a gelato would really hit the spot. What flavor are you gonna get, Super Swag? So you get to see the comedy gold that is coming out on top here. So it looks like I'm gonna be a classy fella and go with the penis red raspberry. Ah, fine choice. Frank pays for your ice cream. Damn right you better pay for my ice cream, nerd. The cashier hands him his change, along with a complimentary condom and a squeeze packet of flavored lube. You enjoy your gelato. He polishes his off in a few bites while you savor each lick. This is delicious. Who knew that penis would taste so good? Oh, it's not that bad. Not the same as what you'll find on the southern coast of Italy. The gelato there is an experience. Oh, I thought you were talking about the penis. Well, just then, a tight man in a Speedo rolls by the gelato shop. Frank turns to observe him through the glass window. Not bad. Whoa. But again, not the same as what you'll find on the southern coast of Italy, if you know what I mean. I don't know what you mean, my friend. But this is going to be one of the occasions where I show you what the alternate dialogue option does. So, if you say, oh, that's nothing, southern coast of Italy, I've banged models on all 7 continents. On all southern, eastern, northern, and western coasts. Did I say southern already? Really? All 7 continents? Including Antarctica. I almost froze my nuts off, but it was, as you say, a grand adventure. I basically swim in model dick, like, all the time. Like, I literally have to constantly push my way all through all the model dick, because it's just, like, in my way wherever I go. I'd be like, get out of my way, model dick, why you gotta be everywhere? That's a little bit triggering to me, TBH, but anyway, so, if you say that, he gets impressed, and you think you did right, but you didn't do right. You need to go back. You need to go back. That's not the correct one. You need to keep being yourself. Again, we came in here with a plan. I actually don't know what you mean. I just came out recently, and I don't exactly have that much experience. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, I'm not gonna lie about it, dude. Oh, well, never mind. You know, I've told you all these great things about myself, and you don't really seem impressed by any of it. You don't really seem to care. Honestly, you do seem like you're kind of bragging, TBH, and I really don't care. I'm just trying to be myself, and that's hard enough. Super Swag with the moral lessons, oh my god. But I'm not embarrassed to disclose my sexual history. I've slept with at least 24 models myself, not including closeted celebs. Okay, but the point is, the outrageously toned bodies and pretty faces all get tiresome after a while. I crave intensity. I like to get wild, preferably in the wild, if you know what I mean. Topping Everest while... Okay, man, this is so corny, holy shit, my dude. Like, I don't know, I'm gonna take a quick aside here. I'm putting my fingers to my mouth and getting my cigarette ready here, so... Okay, so... I've been trying to record this shit for like 5,000 mega ultra years, and I just can't get through this part because I keep making fun of him and being like an asshole, and I guess I'm allowed to because it's just a YouTube video, this isn't a real person, but holy shit, he is annoying the ever-loving shit out of me by talking this much. And being this corny, it's that combination. I don't mind if someone talks too much, but you gotta at least got some swag in there. But anyway. So, topping Everest while topping. Spelunking the crystal caves while spelunking. Super swag, you really haven't lived unless you've cut a hole in your scuba gear and done it in a shark cage in front of an audience of 2 great whites and a suckerfish. Gee, I must be dead inside. But life can be about the simple pleasures as well. Such a nice evening at a gelato place with a cute guy. I think he just complimented me. What the fuck? Thanks, I guess. Or the taste of penis. Man, this stuff is good. See, this is comedy gold. I had almost forgotten about that joke. But we still got the taste of penis on our mouth, and a man close to us, so I guess this is a pretty good date. And that is a pretty good note to end the video on. So if you can't tell, Frank has a pretty long dating sequence, so I figure I might as well just break this video up into 2 parts. In the meantime, stay on the lookout for more coming out on top videos, and if you need something to occupy yourself while you're waiting, feel free to check out my Oregon Trail videos that I've did recently. I'll go ahead and put an annotation in the top right corner of the screen. In the meantime, I will see you nerds later. Thanks for watching, and bye.